Hello everyone, Wendy here from Unicorn Loves Freebies and Reviews. This is something a little different. This isn't a freebie video or a product review video at all. My product reviews are running a little low. Uh, Lately, I haven't been getting as much. So to keep up with keeping my followers entertained for my blog, I'm now going to be doing a section in my website that is just basically whatever's on my mind, whatever I want to blog about, anything and everything. And as you guys know from my product reviews, I don't like to do a lot of typing, so sometimes I do videos, and I'm going to do that for the same with my blogging about regular stuff that I want to blog about. And for this one, I have a lot that I want to say on it. So instead of typing it all down, I'm just gonna do a video on it so I can get everything that I can say, and I won't have to do all that typing. But anyways, this is a blog post that I'm doing on an interview that I had with a close personal friend of mine who was um who got scammed into an online scam, and it ended up costing her a lot of money, and it because it cost her so much money, she ended up not being able to pay her rent and stuff, and is now on the verge of eviction from her apartment and has to move out and find a new place and get a new place to live. So she needs to come up with money and everything, and because this hit so close to home with me, because it was happening to one of my friends, and plus I myself, nobody knows this, but I myself almost got suckered into a scam. I kinda did, but kinda didn't. I'll explain that to you in a minute, but I decided that it would be a good thing to kind of raise awareness to all these online scams that you see going around, because so many people get suckered into them because they don't know what to look for and what not to do and what they can do and everything. So I figured it would be best to help raise awareness for this and give my own tips on what I have learned from my own research and from everything that I've done online, because as you guys know, I do a lot of freebies and all that. So what I've learned from doing all that, and plus before there for a while, before I got involved with my boyfriend that I'm with now, I was also doing some online dating there, so I learned some experience from that on how to avoid some scams. And I wanted to share some of those tips with others so that they can learn themselves on what not to do and what to look for and everything, so that they don't get suckered into these type of scams themselves. um, I could go on and on all day about this type of subject because there's so much out there that people need to look for. Cat, like if you're online dating, you got catfishes, and if you don't know what catfishes are, those are a relatively new term that's come up of people who scam others into believing they're somebody that they're not when it comes to the online dating site. And then there's those money scams that you get in your email or come across on like Craigslist and stuff where it claims that you're perfect for this type of job, and if you and they'll be sending you a check in the mail, and then you get the check in the mail and you're supposed to cash the check, and then next thing, and then you're supposed to send so much of the money back to them and keep part of the money, and then there's the type of scams where they just want to play with your emotions and get your information, like your bank account and your credit card and Social Security and all that, and just basically rob your identity. So, if for anyway, before I go any further with my tips and everything that I have to say about this, if you want to, this video is gonna be put up on my blog also. But for you viewers that are viewing this from YouTube, if you want to read up on the interview portion of this blog post with my friend, find out what questions I asked her on how she was scammed, the details, how she feels about it, the tips that she gives and stuff like that, hop on over to my website. I'll leave the link. I'll leave the direct link. Well, actually, no. Well, I'll leave the link to the website. Hop over to the website. You'll find it in the corner of. Hold on, let me pull my website up so I can get the exact name of the what I named that corner, so you know exactly what you're looking for when you go to the website. Because I put everything up in sections. Give me a second while it loads up here. I'm sure you guys are pretty used to this by now, considering I'm not always completely 100% ready when I get in front of the camera. Still learning as I go along, but even with entertaining and getting the information out there, I'm still directly talking to you guys, and hopefully you don't get bored with what I'm saying and everything, especially while I'm waiting for things to load up. Hopefully this loads up in a decent amount of time, because I have cleaned out my mother's computer since then, but then again, it could not, because I got a bunch of windows open. But while we're waiting, these tips that I'm gonna give to you, some of them are gonna be tips for, like, if you're doing into the freebie type stuff, the good tips to use in that type of your world. If you're into that, some of them are tips where if you get the emails types, what to look for. Okay, the website doesn't want to load up right now, so anyways, you go to the website, and in the right hand corner of the website, I believe it's the last category, maybe the second to last. It's somewhere near, I think it goes freebie corner, and then like it says like miscellaneous, or not miscellaneous, says something along the lines of whatever's on my mind or something like that. Go to that section, just move the mouse over to it, and the name of this blog post that'll be up will be Online Scam Tips in Interview. That is what to look for if you want to see the rest of this post on the interview with my friend. So, with that being said, let's get to these tips and everything. When it comes, I'll start with the, since I'm involved with the freebies and that mostly, I will start with tips on being online with that. Number one rule. I myself don't follow this rule. Shame on me for not doing so. But number one rule when doing freebies, set up a separate account. Because when it comes to freebies, you're gonna get a lot of spam and a lot of junk mail. And sometimes, and a lot of times, maybe I'd say 50%, at least 50% of the time, maybe even more, they send you stuff from other websites that they sell your email address to, trying to sucker you into this type of stuff. I myself don't follow this rule because the email I had when I started doing freebies, I didn't get crap to it anyways. I don't have that many. Even now with me doing blogging, I don't have that many people that email me. And even when I do, I use Gmail, and I kind of have it set up so that I can tell what's what most of the time. There are a few times where a certain freebie I applied for that needs to be responded to because it's got like a follow up with it, slips through my fingers, but it's not too often. I can usually tell what little bit that does slip through on into my regular email, what is junk and what's not, for the biggest part. But if you tend to get a lot of regular email from friends or business or anything, set up another account just for freebies. Another good tip I can give you for that is set up multiple emails. I myself have multiple emails. I have one with Gmail, I have one with Hotmail, one with Outlook, and one with Yahoo. You do this for one, you can use it so that you can get more stuff. Because a lot of times, if you just change the name a bit and put in a different email, you could still get the product. Another thing tip I could give you when it comes to doing freebies online, unless it's a company you absolutely trust, like say Betty Crocker, Pillsbury, General Mills, those big top companies type deals that you know are legit, do not give out your real name. Make up a fake name to put in it. I won't tell you my own, but I myself have a few different names that I use. Yes, I use my own name for a lot of them, but that's mostly with the companies that are legit, that I know are legit companies. If I sign up with a company that looks kind of iffy, where I don't know if it's a legit thing, or if I even just want extras of the product, of the freebies, because I like to get extras sometimes so I can give them away to my friends and family and stuff. I use another name and another email. um, Another tip for to keep you from getting scammed when it comes to the freebie world is, I know that a lot of the freebies you need to be fast for. But while you're being fast with these, be cautious. Very, very cautious. Look out for signs of the company being legit. Like, if the company makes you download something, do not, I repeat, do not download anything. Unless it's an app you're downloading that is free, or a book, an ebook, or something like that. Do not download anything. For example, there are a few different websites out there. One of them is LifeScript. Another is Fetch Deals, where it'll say get free laundry soap and free razors and all these freebies if you just follow these few steps and you give out all your information, and then it takes you through all these steps of telling you to pick out these surveys and other offers. If it tells you to pick out an offer, it's a scam. And then you get through all that bullcrap, and then it tells you to download something. 9 times out of 10, the product, the download file that they're having you download is a stupid virus scan. And 9 times out of 10, that virus scan is something that's gonna screw up your computer. Do not download it. If it even starts telling you to click on these offers, close it out and don't touch it. It is a scam. They're gonna try to get you to put stuff on your computer that's gonna screw your computer up. So, I repeat, do not do it. Alright, now for the other type of tips. When it comes to emails, one of the biggest tips I can give you is look out for keywords in the emails, or even with online dating or anything. I've had a few people pull them on me. Number one place that a lot of scams come from, and a lot of people trying to scam you come from, Nigeria. You will if you are involved online a lot, which I myself am. Like I said, I was involved in the dating world online for around 2 years before I met with my boyfriend, and I've also been involved in the online world of freebies, and I've come to find that a lot of scams come from Nigeria. You will get emails that say Nigeria on them. If it says Nigeria anywhere, if you're in the dating world, email world, anywhere online, if it says Nigeria, leave it alone. Don't touch it. If it says any other country other than our own, and maybe Canada, maybe. I don't know, I haven't seen much from Canada in my online stuff, so I don't know if anything from, but even would there be cautious, but anything international, Nigeria, well, I don't know, all those type of international countries, don't touch them. If they say anything along those lines, do not touch them. I will tell you a way to make my friend feel safe when she sees this video, because she's not really too comfortable with having to do this, but she knew it would help her out a lot, plus help out a lot with bringing up the awareness. But a way to help her feel comfortable for when she sees this video and this post, I'm gonna let everyone in on how I almost got scammed and kind of started it. Thankfully, it wasn't nothing to where I lost any money or anything like that. But I think it was like 3 years ago. About 3 years or so ago, I was with my ex-boyfriend, and we were in the process of looking for apartments. And I was looking for, my ex had told me to look online a lot, like on Craigslist and stuff. Excuse me. And so I was almost on a daily basis. I was looking on Craigslist for apartments out in the Buffalo, Tonawanda type area. And I came across this ad one day that was it was about this house that was supposedly for rent. Said it had everything included in the rent. Had a nice backyard. I think it said it had a pool, a deck, and all this, a whole bunch of stuff that came along with it. And it said to contact to send an email if you're interested. And I sent an email saying I was interested. Asked if there was any time or day that we could set up to look at the place and have them contact me and all that. And I've never, other than when I lived in Little Valley in Olean, I've never had my own place. And for those places, I didn't even look around for them. I was given a pamphlet thing from social services where they had a list of landlords, and I called the landlords directly and asked them if they had a place. So I never experienced the world of looking for apartments online. And back then I wasn't into online stuff as much as I am today, so I was still new to that world as well. And anyways, I got an email back from this person telling me that in order to find out if I was fit for this apartment, I had to fill out a application form. I didn't think nothing of it because I've heard you had to do applications before with apartments, but I didn't know that no one would ever send you an application to fill out online. And I filled it out, put in my information. Luckily I didn't put in any credit card information. They didn't ask for that type of stuff, but they asked for like my address, my phone number, where I work, stuff like that. Type of information that you shouldn't just willingly give out, and my stupidity, I did. And after I emailed it to him, the guy almost immediately emailed me back, and I still, even because not knowing about these scams back then, I knew nothing about this. And the guy emailed me back and said that he would allow me to have the place, and that I was in the midst of doing other stuff with cooking breakfast and stuff at the time that I had gotten the email, so I wasn't really paying much attention to the email. I had read the whole thing, but I didn't pay fully attention. All that stuck out in my mind was we got the place. So, but the guy was telling me how he was over in Nigeria and that, and to send money to him through wireless, or not wireless, what is it called? I'm having a brain freeze. Wire money to him. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And he would send out a packet in the mail with the key to the place and the contract and everything. And I was telling my boyfriend this, and he's like, "What? I'm not sending money anywhere. I want to look at the place and that." And he's like, "Where did this email come from?" And he's like, send the email to me. So I sent the email to his, forwarded the email to his email, and he read it over, and he's like, "Hun, that's a scam. It says right in there that it's from Nigeria, and they're just trying to get your money from them." So, thankfully, I have no money for anybody to steal, so they can try to steal money from me all they want. But yeah, so that was how I almost got scammed out of it. So when you get emails and stuff, look over them carefully. If they say Nigeria on them at all, uh, don't mess with them. Another tip to keep in mind, never send money to anyone you do not know. And if they say they're going to send you a check, or you just automatically get a check in the mail, don't go rushing out to cash the check. Check it out. Check it over. See who it's from. Contact the business that directly that it says on there that the check came from. Investigate it thoroughly before you go cash in that check. Because if they send it to you and contact you with an email saying to cash the check and then send them some money back and keep part of it for yourselves, don't do it. Do not do it. That is the biggest scam in the book. Because you'll cash the check, it'll turn out to be a fraudulent check, and by the time the bank or grocery store or wherever you cashed it from realizes it, that money's already gone, and you have to be the one to pay it all back. Because you can't go suing these people to get the money, because you don't really know who you sent it to. It's because these people make up fictitious companies and fictitious addresses to send it to, and all sorts of type of stuff. These people are very, very smart. Another tip to keep in mind, do not give out your financial information. I mean, I know with the freebies that we do, that they'll ask you if you make under like 20,000 or over 20,000 and stuff. That type of information is okay, because nobody can figure out anything from that. But when I say financial information, I mean like, do not tell them your bank account number. Do not tell them your the routing number of your checks. Do not tell them where you bank. Do not tell them how much the exact how much money you make at your job, where you work, any of that type of stuff. Some of the business freebies I get on that you see going around online that are legit freebies will say that they're for businesses. And I myself don't own a business. I do but I consider when I sign up for these, I consider my blog a business. Even though it makes no money to me, it's my business type deal because it's what I do every day. And that's what I use for when I apply for these type of things. Is so I would be very cautious even with those type of freebies. If you have to make up some kind of business name, or if you got your own business, switch it around a little. Don't give them the exact business name because you don't know what they could do with that information. Biggest tip of all, do not give out your social security number and stuff like that. Um, Looking over my notes to see if I'm forgetting anything. Um, Another thing to look out, tip I can give you that I almost forgot, that when it comes to the freebie type stuff, or even other, or when you're buying stuff online, but especially with the freebie stuff, some of the freebies that you apply for, as you know, some of them will ask for credit card information. When it comes to freebies, my number one rule, do not give out a credit card. What I do is I have, because I personally do not own a credit card, but I have a prepaid card. You can apply for this online. It's a Bluebird card. It is American Express. Some places don't accept those, but there are other companies that you can get prepaid for. That is my advice to you when it comes to those type of things. Is get a prepaid card. Some of them, do your research on them. Get one that doesn't charge you to keep any money on it and stuff like this. Bluebird does not charge you to keep a limit on there, and does not give you a certain amount of limit money that you have to have on there. Some of them will say you have to have like $5 or $5 on there every month, and they'll charge you. But Bluebird does not charge you at all. So be careful even finding when you're looking for prepaid cards. Look for a good one that fits your needs. And get a prepaid card, and if you have to, put a few bucks on it. And just keep that around for when you're applying for freebies and stuff like that. That way, if by some chance you forget to cancel something, like the subscription subscription boxes that you get, where you can use a code and get a free one, but if you get another one, you get charged. Best way to go. That way, whether they have your information or not, they cannot charge the card and get any more than what's on it. So, do not give an actual credit card out. My number one rule. Um, I'm just looking over my notes from other sites that I've gotten other information from to see if there's anything I've missed. A good place to go to find information on other types of scams when it comes to online. Go to Dr. Phil's website, drphil.com, and type in the search bar, type advice dash online scam tips or something along those lines, and you'll get a lot of search pages and find the ones that say advice on them, and you'll find a lot of tips on his site and stuff. Some of the key phrases, this is that when it comes to the email scams, some of the key phrases that you can look for that will tell you right away is a bogus email is number 1, urgent, confidential proposal, business proposal. You see something along those lines, especially if it says urgent right in it, toss that right in the scam box. Another phrase that you can look out for is money stuck in a dormant, unserviceable account. Like, for example, they're saying that they're in Paris and they got this big ol' inheritance that's due to them, but it's stuck in a bank account that they can't touch without paying such and such fees to get it out. Throw those away. Do not fall for them. There is no bank account in some other where they gotta pay fees to get that money out. Because the truth is, if you gotta pay fees to get money out of your own bank account, then you're obviously dealing with a sucky ass bank. That ain't happening. Another thing to look out, transfer money, need the help of a foreigner. In other words, like almost happened with me. Transfer money to me over in such and such using whatever that is, that's called, where you go to Rite Aid and make out a thing to send money to people. Western Union, that's it. Western Union. Do not do that. Another final tip phrase, I will share the funds. Ain't nobody gonna share shit. I mean, get real. If they could really have this money, they would have already gotten it by now. They wouldn't be freaking needing to contact you to get this in order to have this money if it was real legit money. This is just a scam to get your money. Because they want your money. This is how they make their living, is they try to get you to send you your money. If you ever receive these type of emails, they say the best thing to do is to report it to the Federal Trade Commissions on their toll-free hotline, which is 877 FTC help. Once again, that's 877 382 4357. Or file an online complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. Just look it up and file a complaint with it. But those are some of the tips that I've crossed. I also do have some tips if you're interested on some dating online, on what I've experienced, what I've found online of tips from that. So I might do a blog post on that too. If that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments down below of either YouTube or my blog post or even my Facebook page. And let me know if you'd like the hear my experience of what it was like for me when I was dating online and the do's and don'ts that I've come across from that and what I have found from research, from both my personal experience and from researching online. Let me know. And if you ever have any tips or suggestions on anything you'd like me to blog about or video blog about or anything, contact me on my Facebook page. I'll leave the link down for that below for this YouTube video. For you guys who are watching this from my website, there, if you look up above underneath the menu bar, you'll see the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube options on how to contact me in those. And plus on the very first page on the home page, you'll see how to contact me there. So peace out. Remember, you YouTubers, jump over to my blog and check out the interview questions to find out the exact details of my friend, and also get the link below in that post on how you can help her out by donating some cash to her fund. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed my review or my blog post video. Thank you.